Hello, friends. Friends, if you also want to clear your real estate exam on your very first attempt, or if you have any doubts regarding the syllabus or the exam pattern, then I request all of you to watch this video completely from start to finish. Besides, I've also created a playlist for all of you where many questions are available for free for you to practice. And these are the same questions that will be asked in your exams. So I request all of you to watch this video from start to finish and also watch the other videos on the channel. All right, friends, let's start this.
Question number 1. A buyer purchases shares in a housing corporation and receives the exclusive right to occupy a specific apartment. What form of ownership is this? A. Condominium. B. Cooperative, co-op. C. Planned unit development. D. Tenancy in common. Correct answer, B. Cooperative. Explanation: co-op buyers purchase shares in a corporation rather than receiving a deed. Question number 2. A developer obtains one loan covering 3 separate parcels that will later be sold individually. Which financing method is being used? A. Package mortgage. B. Construction loan. C. Blanket mortgage. D. Reverse mortgage. Correct answer, C. Blanket mortgage. Explanation: blanket mortgages secure multiple properties under one loan and allow partial releases. Question number 3. An escrow officer receives instructions from both parties that conflict regarding the closing date. What should the escrow officer do? A. Follow the buyer's instructions. B. Follow the seller's instructions. B. C. Close using the original Schedule D. Obtain mutually agreed written instructions before proceeding. Correct answer, D. Obtain mutually agreed written instructions before proceeding. Escrow officers should remain neutral and follow mutually authorized instructions. Question number 4. A buyer purchases a property for $720,000 and makes a 15% down payment. What is the loan amount? A. $612,000. B. $108,000. C. $630,000. D. $648,000. Correct answer, A. $612,000. Explanation: an 85% loan on $720,000 equals $612,000. Question number 5. A homeowner gradually gains additional land because a river slowly deposits soil along the shoreline over many years. Which legal principle applies? A. Avulsion. B. Accretion. C. Emblements. D. Annexation. Correct answer, B. Accretion. Explanation: accretion is the gradual addition of land through natural deposits. Question number 6. A broker receives compensation from a home inspector for every client referral without informing clients. Which federal law may be violated? A. Fair Housing Act. B. Truth in Lending Act. C. Res PA. D. Sherman Antitrust Act. Correct answer, C-Fi, Res PA. Explanation: Res PA generally prohibits undisclosed referral fees for settlement services. Question number 7. A commercial tenant permanently installs custom manufacturing equipment, bolted to the floor, before the lease expires. Who generally owns the equipment, if removed without major damage? A. The landlord. B. The lender. C. The city. D. The tenant. Correct answer, D. The tenant. Explanation: trade fixtures generally remain the tenant's property if properly removed. Question number 8. A homeowner purchases a property in a planned unit development PUD. Which feature is most common? A. Individual ownership with shared community amenities. B. Corporate ownership of all housing units. C. Government ownership of common areas. D. Ownership limited to commercial investors. Correct answer, A. Individual ownership with shared community amenities. Explanation: PUD owners typically own their homes while sharing common facilities. Question number 9. A construction lender agrees to release loan funds after verifying each completed phase of construction. These periodic payments are called A. Escrows, B. Draws, C. Rebates, D. Discounts. Correct answer B. Draws. Explanation: construction loans are commonly funded through scheduled draws. Question number 10. A buyer asks whether asbestos insulation automatically makes a property illegal to sell. What is the broker's best response? A. Every property with asbestos is illegal to sell. B. Asbestos must always be removed before transfer. C. Recommend evaluation by a qualified professional. D. Guarantee asbestos presents no health concern. Correct answer C. Recommend evaluation by a qualified professional. Explanation: brokers should avoid technical conclusions and recommend qualified inspections. Question number 11. A homeowner's property line suddenly changes after a river changes course during a major flood. Which legal principle most likely applies? A. Accretion. B. Avulsion. C. Emblements. D. Reliction. Correct answer B. Avulsion. Explanation: avulsion is a sudden noticeable change in land caused by water. Question number 12. A borrower pays 2 discount points to obtain a lower mortgage interest rate. What is the primary purpose of paying points? A. Reduce the loan balance. B. Lower the interest rate. C. Eliminate private mortgage insurance. D. Increase the down payment. Correct answer B. Lower the interest rate. Explanation: discount points are prepaid interest used to reduce the loan rate. Question number 13. A property manager collects security deposits from tenants. What is the manager's primary fiduciary responsibility regarding these funds? Deposit them into the operating account. B. Invest them in company securities. C. Hold an account for them as required by law. D. Distribute them to the property owner immediately. Correct answer C. Hold an account for them as required by law. Explanation: security deposits must be handled according to applicable trust fund requirements. Question number 14. A buyer purchases a property for $840,000 using a loan equal to 90% of the purchase price. What is the down payment? A. $84,000. B. $756,000. C. $92,400. $126,000. Correct answer A. $24,000. Explanation: a 10% down payment on $840,000 equals $84,000. Question number 15. A commercial lender requires the borrower to sign an agreement allowing one mortgage to be placed behind another in priority. Which agreement is this? A. Estoppel certificate. B. Subordination agreement. C. Novation agreement. D. Assignment agreement. Correct answer B. Subordination agreement. Explanation: a subordination agreement changes the priority of recorded liens. Question number 6. A tenant remains in possession after the lease expires without the landlord's permission. What tenancy generally exists? A. Estate for years. B. Periodic tenancy. C. Estate at will. The 500th. Estate at sufferance. Correct answer D. Estate at sufferance. Explanation: a holdover tenant without consent is generally an estate at sufferance. Question number 17. A lender requires private mortgage insurance because the buyer's down payment is less than 20%. Who primarily benefits from the insurance? A. The buyer. B. The seller. C. The lender. D. The appraiser. Correct answer C. The lender. Explanation: private mortgage insurance primarily protects the lender against default. Question number 18. A tenant signs a lease with a fixed beginning date and fixed ending date, requiring no notice to terminate. Which estate was created? A. Estate at will. B. Periodic tenancy. C. Estate at sufferance. D. Estate for years. Correct answer D. Estate for years. Explanation. An estate for years has definite starting and ending dates. Question number 19. A buyer asks whether a former factory site has potential environmental contamination. What is the broker's best response? A. Guarantee the site is safe. B. Recommend an environmental assessment by a qualified professional. C. State contamination is impossible because the factory closed years ago. D. Ignore the question because it concerns environmental law. Correct answer. B. Recommend an environmental assessment by a qualified professional. Explanation. Environmental conditions should be evaluated by qualified experts. Question number 20. A condominium association asks every owner to contribute toward replacing the community's private roads. This payment is commonly known as A. Transfer tax. B. Recording fee. C. Special assessment. D. Discount point. Correct answer C. Special assessment. Explanation. Special assessments fund major community expenses beyond the regular budget. Question number 21. A developer obtains a short-term loan to construct an office building. Once construction is complete, the loan will be replaced with permanent financing. What type of loan is this? A. Blanket mortgage. B. Construction loan. C. Reverse mortgage. D. Package mortgage. Correct answer B. Construction loan. Explanation. Construction loans provide short-term financing until permanent financing replaces them. Question number 22. A buyer purchases a furnished vacation home. The mortgage finances both the real estate and the furniture listed in the sales contract. Which loan best describes this arrangement? A. Wraparound mortgage. B. Blanket mortgage. C. Package mortgage. D. Construction loan. Correct answer C. Package mortgage. Explanation. Package mortgages finance real property together with specified personal property. Question number 23. A commercial tenant requests written confirmation that no landlord defaults currently exist before signing the lease. Which document is commonly requested? A. Closing disclosure. B. Estoppel certificate. C. Survey report. D. Dodd restriction. Correct answer B. Estoppel certificate. Explanation. Estoppel certificates confirm important lease facts and existing obligations. Question number 24. A buyer purchases property for $1,020,000 with a loan covering 78% of the purchase price. What is the buyer's down payment? A. $183,600. B. $204,000. C. $224,400. D. $795,600. Correct answer C. $224,400. Explanation. A 22% down payment on $1,020,000 equals $224,400. Question number 25. A homeowner gradually loses shoreline because a river slowly erodes the land over several years. Which legal principle applies? A. Avulsion. B. Accretion. C. Erosion. Annexation. Correct answer C. Erosion. Explanation. Erosion is the gradual loss of land caused by water or wind. Question number 26. A. Listing agreement allows the broker's compensation to equal any amount received above a minimum price established by the seller. Which listing is this? Exclusive agency listing. B. Net listing. C. Open listing. D. Exclusive right to sell listing. Correct answer B. Net listing explanation. Net listings may be restricted or prohibited because of potential conflicts of interest. Question number 27. A commercial building owner hires an environmental consultant after discovering leaking underground fuel tanks. Which federal law is most associated with cleanup responsibility? A. Fair Housing Act. B. CERCLA. C. RESPA. D. Truth in Lending Act. Correct answer, B. CERCLA. Explanation. CERCLA addresses liability and cleanup of hazardous substance contamination. Question number 28. A. Homeowner permanently installs custom kitchen cabinets. Under the Maria fixture test, which factor is generally considered most important by courts? Cost of the cabinets. B. Age of the cabinets. C. Method of attachment and intent. D. Manufacturer's warranty. Correct answer, C. Method of attachment and intent. Explanation. Attachment and intent are key considerations when determining fixture status. Question number 29. A buyer applies for a conventional mortgage with a 5% down payment. Assuming loan requirements are met, what is generally true? A. PMI is commonly required. B. Title insurance becomes unnecessary. C. Discount points are prohibited. D. Closing costs are waived. Correct answer A. PMI is commonly required. Explanation. Conventional loans with low down payments often require private mortgage insurance. Question number 30. A broker receives a written offer containing conflicting financing terms that make the contract ambiguous. What should occur before acceptance? A. The broker should interpret the buyer's intent. B. The lender should choose the correct terms. C. The title company should ignore the conflict. D. The parties should clarify the ambiguity in writing. Correct answer D. The parties should clarify the ambiguity in writing. Explanation. Ambiguous contract terms should be resolved before creating a binding agreement. Question number 31. A property owner grants a lender a security interest in both the real estate and the appliances included in the sale. Which financing arrangement is this? A. Blanket mortgage. B. Reverse mortgage. C. Package mortgage. D. Construction loan. Correct answer C. Mannish. Package mortgage secures both real and specified personal property. Question number 32. A tenant continues paying monthly rent after a one-year lease expires, and the landlord accepts each payment without signing a new lease. What tenancy most likely exists? Estate at sufferance. B. Periodic tenancy. C. Estate for years. D. Estate at will. Correct answer B. Periodic tenancy. Explanation. Accepting recurring rent after lease expiration generally creates a periodic tenancy. Question number 33. A commercial property owner receives notice that a neighboring parcel is designated a brownfield. Why is this important? A. Brownfields always prohibit nearby development. B. Brownfields automatically reduce property taxes. C. Environmental contamination may affect nearby property values and redevelopment. The neighboring owner automatically loses title. Correct answer, C. Environmental contamination may affect nearby property values and redevelopment. Explanation. Brownfields may require environmental review before redevelopment. Question number 34. A buyer purchases property for $910,000 with a lender financing 85% of the purchase price. What is the down payment? A. $136,500. B. $773,500. C. $182,000. D. $118,300. Correct answer. A. $136,500. Explanation. Question number 35. A borrower makes additional principal payments until the loan balance reaches the level required by law and the loan agreement. What may happen? A. The interest rate automatically increases. B. PMI may be removed. C. The loan converts to FHA financing. D. The lender must refinance the loan. Correct answer B. PMI may be removed. Explanation. PMI may end once required equity thresholds are satisfied. Question number 36. A broker advertises, "This neighborhood is perfect for young families." Which concern is most significant? A. Truth in lending violation. B. Potential fair housing issue. C. RISPA violation. D. Antitrust violation. Correct answer B. Potential fair housing issue. Explanation. Advertising should avoid language suggesting preference for protected classes. Question number 37. A construction lender requires an inspector to verify completed work before releasing the next draw. What is the primary purpose? A. Increase the appraised value. B. Protect the lender from paying for incomplete work. C. Reduce property taxes. D. Determine brokerage commissions. Correct answer B. Protect the lender from paying for incomplete work. Explanation. Construction draws are typically released after verified project progress. Question number 38. A homeowner transfers ownership to a charity, but reserves the right to reclaim the property if it stops being used as a community library. Which estate best describes this transfer? A. Fee simple absolute B. Life estate C. Defeasible fee D. Tenancy in common. Correct answer C. Defeasible fee. Explanation. A defeasible fee may end if a specified condition is violated. Question number 39. A lender requires a monthly payment into an account used to pay future property taxes and insurance premiums. What is this account called? A. Reserve fund. B. Operating account. C. Trust account. D. Escrow account. Correct answer D. Escrow account. Explanation. Escrow accounts collect funds for future tax and insurance payments. Question number 40. A broker receives two offers with identical prices. One includes proof of funds and no financing contingency. What should the broker do? A. Recommend accepting the stronger offer immediately. B. Present both offers promptly and objectively. C. Reject the financed offer. D. Decide which buyer deserves the property. Correct answer B. Present both offers promptly and objectively. Explanation. Brokers present offers. Sellers decide which terms best meet their goals. Question number 41. A lender discovers that a borrower intentionally transferred ownership without notifying the lender, violating the mortgage agreement. Which clause allows the lender to demand immediate repayment? A. Defeasance clause. B. Habendum clause. C. Due on sale clause. D. Escalation clause. Correct answer C. Due on sale clause. Explanation. A due on sale clause may accelerate the loan after an unauthorized transfer. Question number 42. The buyer purchases a home with a 3% down payment using a conventional loan. Assuming all loan requirements are met, what is generally true? A. PMI will likely be required until qualifying equity is reached. B. The buyer automatically receives a lower interest rate. C. Title insurance is unnecessary. D. Closing costs are waived. Correct answer A. PMI will likely be required until qualifying equity is reached. Explanation. Conventional loans with small down payments commonly require private mortgage insurance. Question number 43. A. Homeowner owns land bordering a large lake and asks which water rights generally apply. Which answer is correct? A. Riparian rights. B. Littoral rights. C. Appropriative rights. D. Air rights. Correct answer B. Littoral rights. Explanation. Literal rights generally apply to land bordering lakes and oceans. Question number 44. A commercial property sells for $1,460,000. The lender finances 80% of the purchase price. What is the buyer's down payment? A. $248,000. B. $292,000. C. $1,168,000. D. $306,000. Correct answer B. $292,000. Explanation: a 20% down payment on $1,460,000 equals $292,000. Question number 45. A buyer requests confirmation that the seller has not defaulted under the current commercial lease before completing the purchase. Which document is commonly used? A. Estoppel certificate. B. Closing disclosure. C. Abstract of judgment. D. Loan estimate. Correct answer. A. Estoppel certificate. Explanation: estoppel certificates confirm lease terms and the parties' current obligations. Question number 46. A developer builds homes in phases using one loan secured by the entire subdivision. Individual lots are released from the lien as they are sold. Which financing arrangement is this? A. Package mortgage. B. Blanket mortgage. C. Construction draw. Reverse mortgage. Correct answer B. Blanket mortgage. Explanation: blanket mortgages permit partial releases as individual parcels are sold. Question number 47. A broker advertises a property as ideal for retired couples. Which concern is most significant? A. RESPA violation. B. Potential fair housing advertising violation. C. Antitrust violation. D. Mortgage fraud. Correct answer B. Potential fair housing advertising violation. Explanation: advertising should not suggest preferences for protected groups. Question number 48. A tenant leases retail space for 5 years with fixed beginning and ending dates. Unless renewed, what tenancy exists during the lease? A. Estate at will. B. Periodic tenancy. C. Estate for years. D. Estate at sufferance. Correct answer C. Estate for years. Explanation: an estate for years has a definite starting and ending date. Question number 49. A buyer discovers extensive mold behind basement walls during the inspection period. The broker has no expertise regarding health effects. What should the broker do? A. Guarantee the mold is harmless. B. Recommend evaluation by a qualified environmental professional. C. Tell the buyer to ignore the issue. D. Promise the seller will correct the problem. Correct answer B. Recommend evaluation by a qualified environmental professional. Brokers should recommend qualified experts for environmental concerns. Question number 50. A listing broker receives 4 written offers on the same afternoon. The seller has provided no special instructions regarding offer presentation. What is the broker's best action? A. Present only the highest priced offer. B. Wait until additional offers arrive. C. Reject offers below the asking price. D. Present all offers promptly and objectively. Correct answer D. Present all offers promptly and objectively. Explanation: brokers generally must present all offers unless lawfully instructed otherwise.
Hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do give it a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, take a moment to check out the other videos on the channel and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you so much everyone for watching.